be honest with you. What is the point in sharing a live stream? What's the point? I don't know what will happen to the other live stream. Whether it's saved or it's looping in the background, but whatever, screw that shit. That's why I don't bother clicking on stuff, because all it does, it takes you away from what you were doing. Oh, that's reckless. What's the time? Give about 2 to 5 minutes, and then if not, then brief explanation, brief acknowledgement as to what's to come, as to what's happened. Okay, we've got Watch Your Crazy present. That's good. So a bit quieter just because we've been darker. Now, am I able to at least do one thing without this stream messing up? Polls. Fucking dog as well. Great. I can't think of a poll on the spot. What should a poll be? Let's just test it. Poll. Completely random what I'm typing. Okay. Just want to see if it works or not. We've actually got a poll. Watch Your Crazy. Okay. Shut up, dog! Shut up! Jesus Christ, fucking dickhead. Dickhead trying to interrupt me. Little bitch. Bitch in the background. Had to start barking. You know what that means, Watcher are crazy? You know what happens when dogs start barking? Got to get feral. Almost as feral as Bob. Foul. Go on, do something. So Sasquatch, currently in the darkness. Is Bigfoot around? I don't know. There's a tree in front of me, unless you're hiding behind it. Sometimes the owners come in and take it. He let the dogs out? That's a good question, that. Some incompetent prat that decided it was a good idea to do so, to try and interrupt me. In the past it was Miss T's dog, but no, it's another dog. Bass in that bark. Watch Your Crazy. Be careful what you wish for. You want me to go deep? I could go deep. But they'll probably break the speaker. Try a deep one. Yeah, you want to go deep? You're gonna make me go into that grizzly bear. Why is there a pole on the ground? Give me a second. What the fuck's this? Why the fuck have I found a pole on the ground? What's this doing here? Jesus Christ. Anyway, at least it links with the pole itself. The pole's so big it can't even fit on the screen. There we go. Dr. Pole. You know, that could be the case. So really, what this live stream has consisted of, after months of not doing one, what do we get? Me randomly barking. That's perfect, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Next time I'll bring the flute. Or a banjo if I can find one. Hands getting stiff whilst holding this tripod. I can't sit down. With it being wet outside, if I do sit down, I'll get wet. I don't want to get wet. Okay. His gloves got wet yesterday with that video. Yeah, always the hands and the thumbs. because I'm gripping the shaft of the tripod. I'm not really gripping the shaft, I'm gripping one of the legs of the tripod, I guess with the coldness as well. I think I've done other videos Sasquatch in the past, like similar ones or other type of dodgy videos, but I don't think I did a playlist, so they're probably kind of difficult to find. But if I can find the odd one, because some are questionable, if I can find them, I'll like post a link on the community page of the channel and I'll tag you in it, so then you'll be able to find the additional links of all the other random things. Okay, so I appreciate that. So I'll briefly get into the things to highlight right now at this moment in time in relation more so to the Kenny Veach case, missing person mystery case. You know, my time and experience in the Dylan Rounds case true crime community, as messy and mind-numbing maybe at times, it was probably a good idea. Resistance training, what you're crazy, you know all about resistance training, where you get a band, you wrap it around you, you pull it as far back as possible, and then you let go. It twangs and it hits. Now, I know you repeat that on a daily basis, okay? Impenetrable, indestructible, okay? Just like those verses you read out every single day. There we go, shout out to Watch You're Crazy. And now what I can actually do, I can actually react to the post. I think they must have added some extra buttons and stuff. Oh my God, we got Tara. My goodness, Tara, where you been? Are the cookies ready? I think that's the main question. The thing is, Tara, if you are running through the woodlands, you're passing all the trees, watch out for Sasquatch. Might be hiding behind one. Just be careful. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing, Sasquatch, if you're not aware of all the other drama elsewhere. I'd say personally, not too much drama came from the Dylan Rounds community onto the Kenny Veach community. So there's a positive there. I was partially worried that maybe it would happen, but it didn't. So that's all good there. But yeah, shout out to Watch You're Crazy. Watch You're Crazy. Let me know if you want me to make another sound. Let me know if you want me to make another sound. Okay. And I guess I can do it on the spot. What's this? Are you riding your horse? Not from the looks of it. I'm not on a horse at this moment in time. I've never come across a horse in the dark either. Kind of glad. I can imagine if you're in the dark and then there's like a horse coming up behind you, heavy breathing, that would be kind of intense, to be honest. But maybe someday the horse riding sessions will occur. But there might be like another interview coming soon with a particular cat. Okay, an actual cat. Groundbreaking. I'm gonna do maybe a mixture of stuff. So in a few days time, what is it, Sunday 18th February, with it being my birthday in a few days time on Sunday, then I'll be able to mix together a range of random stuff and also return back to something that I've not done for a very long time. I thought it was worth acknowledging that, because I think I mentioned it a few days ago, but some people thought it was already happening, but it's for Sunday. We've got Cleo showing up. I don't have all my tools with me. My toolkit is not present. I don't even have one. But I appreciate that. Watch You're Crazy. So what I'll do, Cleo, the consultation, the doctor's appointment can happen either tomorrow or Monday, because Sunday with it being birthday time and a different video, it'll be either tomorrow or Monday I'll do that custom video for you, Cleo. I do have a pole with me right now. The pole could be used to unblock your poles, but I've only got one, and I think it's a bit too thin. I think the pole that's inside is a lot thicker. The pole here, it's thin, but it's long. It's probably a bit dirty as well, because it's been on the ground. I mean, I can imagine Dale or Laura wouldn't complain, okay? I'll use second-hand poles, but you know me, I'm not using second-hand poles, okay? You know, there might be Kaylee. Where's Kaylee at? Yeah, Kaylee using second-hand poles from Temu. Yeah, get your coupon code. Sorry, Shack Lady stole all the coupon codes. What a shame. It's so hard to get an appointment with the doctor nowadays in this country. Sign me up too. I'm a Pole. Okay. Now, I know with poles you can drill into them to make holes on top. So, you know, if we need to create another flute, if Watcher Crazy wants to blow into a flute, Sasquatch, maybe arrangements can be made. You never get phone calls. Okay, Ron. Interesting. Polish. I see. Ah, Pole. You're a Pole. Oh, I thought you said you're a Pole. Like, hold on a second. I think I've I got this misunderstood. I thought you said you're a Pole like this. Oh, Jesus. This is where all the confusion came from in the past. When I used to do live premieres, whenever I said Pole time, I didn't spell it as P-O-L-L, it was P-O-L-E. And then later on I realised why people were getting confused, and it's kind of like been a running joke since. But as for Polish, I knew someone, I don't think they were Polish, I think they were Swedish, but they were living in Poland, and they kind of switched and changed between the two countries. So I remember that in the past, a good individual. And people over in that direction seem to be all right. I've not really had any negative run-ins, so that's fine. They're very unrelated and only a small sample size, but for some reason, when I have played online video games, different generation maybe, I don't know, and I've come across Polish people that can be very awkward to play against in-game. I don't know. Maybe they're good, maybe they try harder, but I don't know, they can be kind of a nightmare to come across in-game. But away from that, not much of an issue. J-Chuck mentioned me. I think he's mentioned me a few times now, but trying to keep up with it all is hard. Yeah, the original live stream title of this one would have been Kenny Veach, Everything's a Mess at the Moment, something like that. But what happened was, I was looking at the layout of this live stream and I thought, what happens if I click this button and share this live stream so other people can see it? And what it did, YouTube decided to kick me out of my own live stream. I know, it's a Bob Farrell moment. It's embarrassing. And when I tried clicking back onto live stream, I couldn't even rejoin my own live stream. I had to sit there and watch myself on loop. What a joker. Andrew Culver coming on in right now, mate. What I'll be doing, Andrew Culver, I don't know about right now, but I'll probably try an Australian accent, but with a deeper tone. How'd that go?
I don't know, mate. Looks like we're gonna work the thing.
Watcher Crazy has gone a little bit quiet. I think Watcher Crazy is praying, I think, at the moment. Or trying to find her, I don't know, sheets of paper. I think maybe the printer might be acting up again. Okay. So, I can imagine some in the background thinking, what the fuck is this? When we get into the main point. We'll get to the main point now, okay? Just wanted to do a bit of an introduction. You're not Australian. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You come from the ocean. Yeah. Or do you come from India? Can't remember. Right. it even possible to drink? Just gotta make sure the throat's not too dry and it's wet. Only water, that's all. What did you do with Tom Evans? No clue. Short story is, Tom Evans was an okay individual, went over to Bob Farrell's channel, learned about the Dylan Rounds case from an alternative perspective, whether it was bullshit or somewhat true, mostly BS. The main problem was Tom Evans returned back, but with a different attitude problem, calling me out, calling me an idiot for no real reason. A change in behaviour just because somebody went elsewhere into the darkness and they changed because of it. That's why I always say, if you're going to go elsewhere, just be careful. Try not be negatively influenced in that way. What's happening on the birthday? Well, I'm not sure if anything else does happen or anything unexpected, I'm not sure if to do like the video in advance tomorrow, so then it's ready for Sunday, or to do the video on the Sunday, so it's like part of the whole, not part of the whole day, but part of it, and maybe some more things in between. Guess see what happens, of course, and maybe even the weather as well, depending what the weather's like. Okay. Ironic how the cough has just suddenly decided to creep in again. Right, so at least now there's no dogs barking, no BS like that. Still okay for time, probably talk for another 15-20 minutes and then I'll probably go then. So I get normal sleep. What does one normally do? I can't remember, to be honest. Probably not much. We've got Badger showing up. So there's a chance that a range of people that are present here, some maybe from the Kenny Veach case, others may not be, but regardless, I can share with you what's gone on recently. A separate individual video will be made. Yeah, maybe that dog did run away or run inside. Probably the owner thought, no, we're not going to listen to a dog conversation for hours upon hours. Will we be Google earthing Dylan Rounds' land anymore or the grain shed? At this moment in time, no, but we will be going on Google Earth and looking at all dodgy things on Sunday, unrelated to the case, but it's on the same platform, so it's fine. How cold is it, really? Let me check. If Watcher Crazy was here, she'd be able to predict the temperature, wouldn't she? In a certain way. The nips are soft, meaning it's not that cold. So I use my nipples as a weather system. Okay, there's no thermometer, there's no temperature reader. I'll just touch my chest and then I'll find out that way. Gotta make up for what you've got on you at the time. So the Kenny Veach case, upon returning back to it, has it been problematic? Well, for sure. There's been a language barrier, there's been misunderstandings, there's been impetuous, impatient behaviour by some out there. There's been the rise of default fake accounts showing up, useless idiots that provide no contribution to the case and just complain. We've got a few obsessed individuals, get obsessions, so it was almost like the same old, but to be honest, what's happened, kind of like with the Dylan Rounds case, okay, where everybody gets all together, the community once again, sometimes the more people in a room, the higher the chances shit will go down, something will go wrong eventually. And arguably that's what's happened within the Kenny Veach case. Returning faces, returning people, a mix, creators or viewers. people have returned back in some way or another. And because there's more people present at once, there's more room for things going wrong, and arguably that's what's happened. Okay? What's this? Andrew Culver. Speaking of Kenny, I have no idea why Steve hiked to the mine in the snow. I mean, it provides it from a different perspective, which is kind of a good thing, but I do understand, maybe influenced by my recent video and analysis of the cache, checking it out. I know Steve recently left a comment saying that I can confirm someone put it there. Isn't it obvious that someone put it there? It wouldn't have just magically showed up. What's this? Chemical imbalance. See, the thing is, Badger, what's the best way of wording it? With the Kenny Veach case and mystery, people are very observant, picking up on little patterns, details within the case. But unfortunately, that actually translates into day-to-day channel activity away from the case of Kenny Veach, or, you know, like if I decide to record a video outside, I'm questioned. If I record a video in the dark, I'm questioned in the Kenny Veach case. If I decide to wear a clothes hanger on my ears, I'll be questioned. If I, which I haven't done yet, but I have done in the Dylan Rounds true crime community, if I splash water upon me, okay, and I get soaking wet, I'll be questioned, right? There's too much questioning in the Kenny Veach case at times when it's not necessary, right? Cleo, you can question. I think you've already done that. Interrogation. Well, where did it start? Well, realistically, the mess, I would have said, the mess really occurred, was it last night or the night before? Where it was actually the night before, where I did a pre-recorded video. It was too late to upload, so I thought I'll let it follow into the next day, and that's what I did. I did a community post. I clearly outlined and explained as to, you know, what was happening, and things wouldn't be mentioned because it was done before I checked other stuff out, and I made it very clear to the odd person out there, and they did not listen, right? And a few others too. I mean, like, how much more clearer can you make it? There's times where I'll do a video and some out there are anticipating it to be on level with their thinking or their research or what's recently gone down, but there's a time, there is a place. Maria. Hola, Maria. I don't know why, Maria, but whenever I say it in that Spanish, I sound creepy. Some creepy white guy saying hola in the dark. Well, actually, hold on, Maria. Lo siento. I don't know how to speak much in Spanish. How do you say pole in Spanish? Pole? I'll improvise. Ooh. Has it gone down? It's dropped from 4G to 3G. How fucking useless is that? How incompetent. Why is it dropped? Do I need to move about? Hopefully it's still working the stream. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Here we go. Hola, Maria. Tengo el grande pole. There we go. Oh, perfect timing. Gracias, Sasquatch. Hola, Maria. Tengo el grande palito. Palito grande. I hope you like the giant pole. There we go. Spanish class. What does Mark say? I'm thinking about Kenny and his whereabouts instead of giving you a hard time. Okay, that's good to know. I've not seen Mark before. New viewer, maybe? Maria. Do you see the poll? I made it up. Oh, shit. Hopefully it doesn't translate to anything else. I mean, there was a time Sasquatch where I was supposed to say something to someone in a different language, and somehow it being translated to underwear. Was it? I think so. It was awkward. What does Tara say? Kenny is missing his wallet. I can't remember if it was found. I don't think he took his wallet with him, but there's been questions about it, I think by Jeff Clark, or his card or something like that. Bank transactions, didn't really hear much about that. I mean, arguably speaking, if with the Kenny Veach case it turned out to be a 16, 17-year-old hiker that went out there, I think more would have been done and it would have received more coverage. Badger. Let's be correct. Is that a pole or a polette? It's a P-O-L. A pole. There you go. In the middle, because I like to be quirky. Pole dancer. Not right now, Andrew Culver. If I tried, I'd probably get scratched with this tree. Because there's a tree in front of me, but it's very thick. And I know there's spiders, there's snails, Dale's pets on it. I don't want to be, you know, going near that. Giving hints. Oh no. Is someone going to organise some dodgy escort on Sunday? You'll hear a random knock on the door when I'm trying to do a video. I turn around, open the door and I think, what the hell's going on here? Is that the beginning of the abduction? The abduction of Raph. Wakes up, ends up in a basement. And then what? I'm force-fed vegetables? Oh no, mamma mia. Well, if I'm force-fed vegetables, I know exactly who's serving them up. I know. Right, so to refer back to the Kenny Veach case, misunderstandings left, right, and centre. I do what I do. I talk, I explain it clearly, but clearly others out there don't catch on or understand and seem to assume what I'm talking about is in relation to discussions in the background, even though I clearly outlined that it had nothing to do with that because I was behind on it and I was doing it from my own point of view on recent discussions. I'm also told that I'm wrong about this, wrong about that, yet I saw it myself. And another person joins on in afterwards and says, what are you on about? And then they'll leave a comment afterwards saying, well, this is exactly what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I respond back thinking, fuck's sake, that's exactly what I was saying. I was told I was wrong. What a joke, okay? Extremely dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional at the moment. But with the time and the presence spent in the Dylan Rounds casing community, the resistance it's built up and the troublesome, problematic people I've dealt with, it should make the Kenny Veach case just a little bit easier. Oh great, we got an owl. We got the owl in the air circling. Must be Betty Hootwood. Betty must have been busy, I guess. Me generation. That's true. The me generation would apply to my generation and younger. The people of my age and below. The people in the Kenny Veach case who may come across as problematic vary in different age ranges, so it's kind of hard to come to a specific conclusion, but I guess one thing you could highlight is the ones that supposedly are level-headed or focused end up losing their ways down the line, and if anyone's driven too much by emotion, they make a prat of themselves in the case down the line or something like that. I would say more now than ever, there is more balance, or I'm able to demonstrate that, and I think that's what the Kenny Veach case needs to an extent. You seem to be, I guess so. I mean, I don't know if there are like example videos from the past Sasquatch. Jesus Christ, Betty Hayward, can you stop hooting in the background? So what year was it? So Sasquatch in 2014, no, 2015, yeah, 2015, at the age of 15, I did make videos on YouTube covering different analysis on humans, arguably similar to what I'm doing now, maybe just not with the same flow. I don't know if you'll be able to find those videos on the channel, but I don't know if it'll help put things into perspective. As for when I started thinking or when I started analysing, it was around that time. What does Maria say? It's a witch flying about. So you're saying that's Cleo. Cleo on a broomstick. Circling me. Oh, damn, stiff hand. Right hand not stiff, left hand very stiff. It's cold as well, speeding the process up. At least I got no moths attacking me this time, that's a positive. And what was the other one? What, Ref, do you remember the missing YouTuber in Colorado searching for Sasquatch a few years ago? Anything you're interested in? Personally, I can't recall that one. I know you've got the what's it called, Chris Kramer or something. I don't know why it said Chris Kramer. I can't think of, what is it, crispy crusty. No, I'm thinking of that donut place or donuts in America, but the Chris Kramer crusty crisscross case thing in that other foreign country, the backpackers. I know that one needs to be covered. I know that needs to be done, but I feel like I can only do it when I've got a completely blank mind and there's like there's no task that needs to be done in the background. You will not be found. Mysterious. Is that because you're using what did you call it? Cloaking yourself, being able to camouflage, become invisible. Those invisible Sasquatches. Krispy Kreme. That's it. Yeah, I was getting mixed up with the name of that person that's gone missing. Obviously, I better not say that when I do the actual video because I don't think new people will appreciate of that. I remember when it came to the Kylie Rodney case, I said Kylie Rodri instead of Rodney. And some of the people that got triggered, a little bit over the top, to be honest. It's like with Kenny Veach, you get some people elsewhere that say Kenny Beach. I remembered it wasn't that long ago I did an analysis where I just simply said, oh, that shirt on Kenny Veach or something, Venice Beach, and I said, oh, it's kind of like a brand, or a brand which is representing a named place. And I got a lecture from some person, almost appearing like some fashion designer, but to be honest, I think the way their profile was and overall channel art, I wouldn't exactly say it was in fashion, more like less century. I was a joke of an individual. Obviously clearly misunderstood what I was getting at. Had to make it clear. I remember there was like some other really argumentative bitch in the past, to be honest. I remember all they were doing, like, focused on makeup and tattoos. I'm thinking, the fuck are you talking about? Kenny Veach? Was it Kenny Veach? Yeah, it would have been Kenny Veach. Oh, or was it Dylan Rouse? No, it would have been Kenny Veach. And, you know, they went on in paragraphs and they always had a word to say, which means the type of person they are. Yeah, typical to have an answer back for everything, so I'm not surprised there. So what needs to be changed? What needs to be adjusted in the Kenny Veach case? Well, I think what's needed first is a clearer explanation video, right? Besides barking like a dog, gripping poles, and learning about Sasquatch and her hide-and-seek abilities. Besides all that, and awaiting for the cookies from Granny Tara, when I do a more formal video, which either tomorrow or Monday or onwards, I'm just going to give my predictions, okay? Yeah, I'm actually giving my predictions in the Kenny Veach case as to what could happen and what to expect. And to be fair, maybe it's already happened, right? I already had it in my mind that it would happen. It's as if it's like it's happened before. I could even make a video on it. So people are trying to outdo me all of a sudden. I say I've got my predictions, what will happen next, but it happens too soon before I can actually make a video. Wow. Matrix. What's this person? Shepherd. Can't say any more as the had a talk with me. Right. Yeah. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Oh shit, I just heard a noise then. That's understandable. I mean, what was I going to say? When it comes to wearing hoodies, it's the one thing I can't wear unzipped. It has to be zipped up. I can wear a coat unzipped, but not a hoodie. It feels uncomfortable, an unzipped hoodie. But I don't know why it happens. Like, I'm not asking for it, but like, if I was just briefly walking about, whether people are present or not, and then there's like a gust of wind, the bloody jacket ends up blowing off to the left, blowing off to the right, exposing my chest, depending what's visible or not. I am wearing a top, so don't worry. I don't know, it's like cinematic, but I don't always need it to happen. And I don't always want to have it zipped up, the coat, because it might be too warm. I guess the coat has a mind of itself. So we've got light bulb guys. It's getting to that time where I'll probably have a rest now. Getting time to go into sleep. But as a heads up, light bulb. It was like more like a tester video this, because I've not done it for a while. Seeing if there's any new features on live stream, and also acknowledging that there's a bit of problems in the Kenny Veach case, but predictions can come soon. I've got catnip, but there's no cats. So what have I come to the conclusion of? Ginger cats ignore me. Black cats seem to cover their face away from me sometimes. White cats, I've not really come across any white cats. Any other coloured cats? No, not really come across that. Am I losing my cat abilities? Damn. Am I losing the touch? Maybe. Maybe with all the poles out of touch with the cats. Damn. I have to look into that. Back hoodie in the dark. Like what, like walking down a dark alleyway? Noises in the background. Still okay for time, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I guess you could say. I guess the thing is, the most important part, light bulb, which other people don't always take into consideration, is that a lot can happen, a lot can be unpacked over time. It doesn't have to be rushed in one go, because people may miss out on stuff. This is a cat language only cats understand. Maria Meow, the kitty cat expert, has spoken. I heard, Maria, you have a secret language which you've learnt. Interesting. I've not done a cat sound for a long time. What tends to happen is I try and get it out, but my voice cuts out halfway through. And I'm not talking about a wild cat. If I start doing a wild cat, Jesus, I think you can get more than what you bargained for, to be honest. The wild cat. doesn't. It works better when the mouth isn't as dry. Kitty emoji. So Sasquatch, I don't know if it ties in line with what you've heard of, but there was a time, maybe a year or more ago, when fellow investigator hiker known as Sean Horlacher, now known as Sean Carner, mentioned on the way back from somewhere he swore he could have seen a homeless person on the side of the road or pathway looking like Kenny Veach, but never saw him again after. There was that happened. Scott Nutella. Oh no, Nutella. I've got some of that. Noisy train passing through. Is it Tyler? Is it Tyler, the super chat train? Not quite sure. I wonder how Tyler is doing nowadays. I wonder what would have happened if Tyler did email me. I wonder what he would have said. I don't know if it would have been awkward or not. I'll do a cat sound. Does that even sound like a cat? Instead of just simply saying meow. Like a meow. I don't know why, but when I do it, it makes my eyebrows go up and down. It's a bit weird. Nutella. Oh no, Scott Nutella. I can imagine some people in the future not thinking that's his name. But it's been pretty quiet tonight. Not too many noise interruptions. Just double check something. Poll. End that poll there. Okay. The Mist. Shout out to The Mist. Not seen them for a while. Appearing back once again. Who was the YouTuber Chuck a Chick into that vanished and ghosted you? Did she ever pop up again? Oh, chick. You mean chick as a word for a female? Ah. So that was... Who was it now? That's a good start. I did a full-length video explaining what happened and the possible outcomes. I can't bloody remember the name. Michelle Mosaic. Mosaic Michelle. Enthusiastic about the Kenny Veach case. Engaged with the cryptic codes, deciphering them, spending 11 hours straight doing one. Quite full on. And once they did that, they just disappeared, went quiet. But some people claimed that Mosaic Michelle was in Florida, working at a hair salon, hairdressers, or something. I mean, at the end of the day, it was weird that they went quiet. It was weird that Mosaic Michelle just disappeared like that. I mean, a simple, oh, got busy, or, you know, taking a break, it would have made sense, but just to completely disappear like that, from being so enthusiastic to just radio silence, yeah, that would be an observation you would say is a bit odd. Yeah. Not ghosted like that. No. They just disappeared, vanished. Oh yeah, I remember that comment, Sasquatch. I can't remember who said that though. It could well be a fake account or in one of the typical characters in the Dylan Rounds case that was either jealous or just obsessed themselves. There's a guy recently, like a fake or default account, but I think it all links back to either the same person or same people from the Dylan Rounds community. Wouldn't surprise me. We've got Josh, not seen them before, so, welcome. Been awake for years. Okay. Bell V. Bell Nanny Mac V. With this mystery, I guess there's a range of fake accounts in the Kenny Veach case, but arguably more so in the Dylan Rounds community for a certain period of time. One last drink. Okay. So I don't think there's anything. Oh god, there's a bloody fly. Piss off. Get away, I don't want to get bitten. That might be the sign to go. So I'll just do a brief little countdown and then I'll finish up and then go. If there's any final points or any final conversations, feel free to post them. And did I do it from 20 last time? Maybe 20, 19. What's this? Are you going to drink some wine? Or beer? I don't drink wine. Well, actually, that's what the ironic thing is, Maria. I don't know if you could say I've gone backwards or I've done it the reverse way. I was just waiting for the train to pass by because I don't like being interrupted by idiots out there. So I don't drink wine. I never really do, and I don't like the taste of it. But I did at the age of 2 years old. Testing it. That's what's weird. Did it at the age of 2, but no more. But not an alcoholic. No. And I think way back then, like, what is it? What do you call it? Aftershave? What is it? Aftershave? Not perfume, but the liquid stuff. I think I drunk that. It sounds definitely not dodgy at all, very innocent. My dishes are done. Ooh, Badger Life, getting excited with the dishes. You know what, Badger, if Donnie did the dishes, was present, you would have got them even quicker done. Cake, I'm having cake. I'm eating cake. Yes. Hopefully the cake is moist. Don't want a dry cake. Toilet water. Okay. I don't think I've experienced that. Ron says, when I was 24, I was not 23. Donnie. Take a picture of the cake. I'll try to, yeah. Make sure the phone doesn't get too close to the candles. Don't want it to burn. What's my favourite cake? I wouldn't say I've got a favourite cake, but in general, if the cake is big, that's good. If the cake is wet, that's good. If the cake is deep and it's got filling, that's good. So that's fine. Hopefully this doesn't get taken out of context. White Sprite. What's Badger creating some kind of chemicals in the background? Interesting. So we'll see how the cake goes. I've never had cake rammed in my face. Yeah. I mean, it's happened on YouTube where you see people get close to the candle and the face gets pushed in, but that's not happened for me, though. Oh, gee, I misread that as something else. Oh, no. Dress up as a pole. You get a pole costume. I don't know. Big and moist. I mean, it's like with apples. I don't like big apples. I don't like medium apples. I like small apples. I like apples that are hard, but on the inside, wet and hard. The big apples are soft and squishy, lacking the texture. Bananas, maybe next time we'll get through the whole fruit bowl and even a fruit salad. I think we'll leave it there for now before anyone gets too hungry. Okay. So I think it went well tonight. And in relation to earlier, shout out to Watch Your Crazy for the super chat. Very good of them. Maria, have you tried pastel de tres leche? No. I don't know what I'm going to say next because I can't speak anymore in Spanish. We'll see. I think last time I think I said I've got 20 fat cats or something. Speaking in Spanish once. What did I say? Tengo el 10, 2, 3, 1, los 60, 30, el gato grande y poro perro. There we go. That made a lot of sense. Buenos noches. I go from sounding creepy in the dark. Hola. Why do I sound like a gay version of Dora the Explorer? I don't know. I'll definitely have to work on that shortly. Appreciate that, Badger. And if I didn't mention it earlier, or if you joined late, Badger, on the day of the birthday, Sunday, this coming Sunday, I will have a video up, like a live premiere, like usual. But it will be one of those dodgy ones. It'll be a map one, something that's not been done for a long time, so get into that, okay? So yeah, leave it there. Right, there we go. So what do you have? Buenos noches. We'll see what happens next, and yeah.